All right, guys. So let's go ahead and make our way onto our mat. We're going to start all the way lying down on our backs. Okay. So go ahead and come all the way down onto your back. If the low back is feeling cranky, you're welcome to keep the knees bent. Just finding a shape that works for your body here this evening. And then just allow the entire body to become heavy. You're welcome to close the eyes. Maybe take a few deep breaths, just letting go of the day. So we'll find a breath in through the nose. And then a nice big sigh out through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. Full breath in. Really draw a full breath all the way into the belly, all the way into the chest. And then when you're ready, open the mouth and sigh it out. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale. Filling up completely. And then open the mouth, let it go. And then just start to feel the body. Notice the stillness. Notice how little effort you have to put into this pose here. And then start to turn your awareness onto the breath. So without controlling it, just start to notice each inhale and exhale. Notice the movement. Notice the pause between the inhale and the exhale. And so find a place between that stillness of the body and the movement of the breath, and just rest there for a moment. And then go ahead and take the arms over the head, reach the fingertips all the way behind you, point the toes, find a nice big stretch for the entire body. And then just gather both knees into the chest here. You're welcome to rock from side to side. Just find a little movement. And then keep the left knee hugged in, send the right leg long. So heel is on the mat here. And then use both hands to just gently draw the knee in towards the chest. And then take the left hand right onto the knee. And then either bring the right hand onto the right hip, or maybe you take it wide as an anchor. And then use the left hand to draw the left knee open, opening up the hips. Take 1 more breath in. And then exhale, bring the knee back to center, switch hands. This time use the right hand to start to guide the right knee or the left knee over across the body. That left hand can come wide. So you have the option to keep both hips rooted and find a nice stretch for that outer hip. Or if you'd like, you can come into a full twist, taking that leg all the way down. Yogi's toes here. So I like to offer a lot of options during our practice. I like to call it a yoga buffet. So just pick and choose what works for you. 1 more breath in. And then breath out to guide the knee back to center. Give it 1 more little squeeze. And then bring a bend into the right knee. We'll cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Start to press the left knee away from the body. So you can stay here if this is enough for you, or maybe you find a bind behind the right thigh, gathering the legs in a little bit closer to the chest, deepening that stretch for the outer left hip here. Take one more breath in. And then exhale. If you have that bind, release it, and we'll all unwind the legs. Find that stretch, reaching fingertips down to the toes. And then both knees come into the chest once again. This time, keep the right knee hugged in, send the left leg to extend. Hug it in towards the chest, give it a squeeze. And then the right hand guides that knee open. So we're still pulling that knee up and in. This time we're gathering it up towards the shoulder. The left hand comes down to the left hip, or maybe it opens wide. Yogi's choice. Find an anchor. We're doing some cat yoga too. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, bring the knee back to center, switch hands, taking the right arm wide, draw the right leg across the body. Again, hip stays rooted, or pick it up and come into a full twist. Up to you, whatever your body feels like it's ready for, go for that. Take one more breath. And then on your exhale, bring it back to center. Hug the knee in one more time. And then bring a bend into the left knee. We'll cross the right ankle over that left leg. Keep the foot flexed as you press the right knee away from you. Again, staying here, or maybe finding that bind, drawing the legs closer to the body. Take one more breath. And then an exhale to release everything. One last stretch, toes to fingertips, full body here. Take an inhale. And then an exhale, knees come into the chest one more time. This time we'll take the hands behind the knees and just start to rock from front to back of the mat. So rocking lengthwise, massaging the spine. Gather a little momentum here. And then eventually rock yourself all the way up, coming to all fours. So we'll start to come into a tabletop pose. Shoulders come over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. And then let's just move through a few cat-cows here, warming up the spine a bit more. So take an inhale, lift the head, soften the belly. And then exhale, press into the hands, round the back, chin comes to the chest. Inhale, pull the heart forward, lift the hips. Exhale, round and dome the back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, find a neutral spine. Press the fingertips down into the mat. Keep the right knee planted, and we'll just send the left leg back behind you. So keep the toes to start, level out the hips here, maybe dropping the left hip slightly, and just press into the left heel. Find a nice little stretch for the back of the leg. And then gather the belly up and back towards the spine. Float the left leg, toes face down. Take an inhale here, and then exhale. We're going to bring that left knee up to tap the left elbow, or maybe the torso. Inhale, reach the leg back. Exhale, bring it up to tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. This time we'll cross the left toes over that right leg behind you. Toes are tucked under, and then just take the gaze over the right shoulder. Maybe you can catch a glimpse of that left foot. Stretch out the left side body here. One more breath. And then we'll take everything back to center. Find that tabletop pose, and we'll get ready for the next side. This time, right leg extends behind you, toes tucked under, press into the right heel. Find that stretch for the back of the leg, level out the hips. Belly is strong here. Still press into the finger pads. And then we'll begin to float the right leg. So big active right leg, pressing into the heel. Okay, take an inhale. And as you exhale, right knee taps the right elbow or tricep. So working into the obliques a bit. Inhale, press back. Exhale to tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Last tap. Reach it back. This time we'll cross right foot over the left. Tuck the toes under. Press into that right heel as you glance over the left shoulder. So find that side body stretch for the right side here. Take one more breath in. And then an exhale, return the knee back. This time we'll take the big toes together, knees open a bit wider, send the hips to the heels, arms reach long, find a child's pose, forehead to the mat. And then just let your body settle in here for a moment. So as you're here in child's pose, allow the breath to become easeful. All those little tricep taps may have sped up the breath. So see if you can find some ease here. Find some softness within the breath. And then maybe here in child's pose, the effort lies with trying to quiet the mind. Right? The mind, when we come to these more still poses that we hold a bit longer, the mind starts to do funny things, right? So maybe the effort here comes not so much within the body and the physical body, but with quieting the mind. So find that balance here. Take one more full deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, start to lift the body up, pressing into the finger pads, curl the toes under, hips reach for the sky. Come right into your first downward facing dog. So maybe take a moment to pedal out the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe take the hips from side to side or bend the knees, whatever your body needs to be here. And then eventually we find some stillness in that downward facing dog, rooting hands to the earth, lifting the belly, drawing that energy down the spine, down the backs of the legs towards the earth. Take a full breath in and out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Last one, full breath in. And out. So soften the knees a bit, take the gaze between the palms and just walk the toes to behind the wrists. And we'll make our way into a little forward fold. Knees can stay as bent as you like. Let the arms and the head hang heavy here. So this might be a place where you grab those blocks and place them underneath the hands if you feel like the floor is just a little far away from you this evening. If you want to find a bind by clasping opposite elbows, you're welcome to. Maybe find a sway. It might feel nice to give the head a gentle nod, yes. And then just a gentle shake, no. Relieving any tension in the neck or the shoulders. And then if you found a bind, go ahead and release it. And then start to find a really deep bend into the left knee. Start to straighten the right. Plant that left fingertips or even the palm, whichever works for you, onto the mat right underneath the face. Take an inhale, sweep the right arm up towards the sky, coming into a little twist, pressing into that outer right hip. Maybe gaze up towards the sky. Wiggle the fingers, give yourself a couple of circles with the wrists. Take an inhale. Exhale, release, and then we'll switch the bend of the knees. This time the right hand plants, and then left arm sweeps up towards the sky, twisting over the left shoulder this time. Again, maybe wiggling the fingers, circling the wrists, finding a little movement there. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, release it back into that forward fold. Take a moment, take a breath here in that fold. And then press the feet into the mat, soften the knees a bit more, and just start to roll the body up. Move one vertebra at a time. We'll stack the hips, the heart, finally the head. And then scoop the arms up towards the sky. Bring the palms to touch and exhale. Draw them into your heart center. Press the thumbs right into the heart space. Maybe close the eyes for a moment. Find that easeful breath once again. And then release the hands alongside the body. So we'll be playing with a bit of a balance sequence throughout our class this evening. So if you are on a super squishy surface, you may want to just step off the mat onto something flatter. If you're good, stay here. Either way, we're going to root the feet into the mat and draw the belly button into the spine. So find that nice strong core here, and that will help with our balance. Find somewhere to gaze. And then we'll keep the right foot rooted and then draw the left knee up into the chest. Give it a hug, just like we did on the mat earlier. Okay, so hugging it in towards the chest. Keep rooting into that right foot. We'll take the left hand to gently guide the hip open, taking the right arm wide for a little counterbalance here. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center with control. Give it one little squeeze, and then release it down. We'll root into the left foot this time. Right knee comes into the chest. Hug it in. Drop the tailbone. And then the right hand guides the knee open. Send the left arm wide this time. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it all back to center. Give it one last hug. And then release the leg. Find that Tadasana, find that mountain pose. Here we go. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, send the hips back. Bend the knees nice and deep. So coming right into a chair pose here. The belly is in, tailbone drops. Maybe give the toes a little bit of a wiggle. Release the shoulders from the ears. So find a bit of softness in the upper body. Take an inhale. And then exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Really send those hips back. Reach the arms forward. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come right into a forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. So fingertips to the mat, maybe hands come to the shins. Finding a flat back, reach the crown of the head forward, tailbone behind you. And then soften the knees, forward fold. Bend the knees enough that you can plant the hands, and we'll step our way back into a plank pose. Okay, so the shoulders are over the wrists. Really pressing palms into the mat like you're pressing it away from you, finding a lift of the chest. Belly is strong. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Turn the corners of the mouth up. Enjoy that plank. Take an inhale. And exhale, send the hips back high to the sky, downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Gaze between the palms, soften the knees. Step or hop your way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, find your halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. Root into the feet. Inhale, rise strong, in all the way up. Bring the palms together over the head. Exhale right into your heart center. We'll do that 2 more times, adding on from here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Get warm, guys. Exhale, chair pose. Belly is drawn in. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips back. Reach the fingertips forward. Take 1 breath in. Get low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Plant the palms. Step or hop your way to plank pose. And you're always welcome to stay here. So anytime we come to a vinyasa, sometimes I just like to hang out and plank and build strength this way. All right, if you're up for chaturanga and that's in your practice, go for it. Otherwise, we'll take an inhale here and plank. Exhale, lower the knees to your mat. And then bend the elbows, come all the way onto the belly. Uncurl the toes, elbows hug in as you take an inhale. Lift the head, the neck, the heart for a little baby cobra. And then exhale, lower it down. Curl the toes under, press into the hands. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Peel yourself up, hips rise to the sky. Take 1 breath in and out. Gaze between the palms, step or hop your way up. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms come together and then exhale as you draw them into your heart center. We're going to come right into the 3rd one. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Low chair, reach it out. 1 breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or hop your way to plank. Your choice. Hang out here. Knees, chest, chin, or lower through chaturanga if that's in your practice. If it's not in your practice, skip it. Maybe you'd move through a cobra. And then we all meet back in a downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And a nice big sigh out through the mouth. 1 more time, breath in. Breath out. This time on your inhale, we'll reach the right leg up and back behind you. So coming into a 3-legged dog. Press into that right heel. The hips are level, toes face down to the mat. Belly is strong. And then you can start to reach the toes up towards the sky, lengthening out the leg, opening up the hip. And then bend the right knee. Draw the right heel towards the bum as you send the knee to reach for the sky, opening the hip a bit more. Keep the shoulders level, even through the hands. Take 1 more breath in. And on your exhale, square the hips. Return to that downward facing 3-legged dog. Take an inhale here, press into the heel. Exhale, shift forward, draw that right knee in towards the nose. Little crunch. Inhale, press back. Exhale, bring it in. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, last crunch. Inhale. This time, exhale, right foot steps between the palms. Lower the left knee down and uncurl the toes. Root down through that right heel. And then we'll just start by taking the hands up onto the right thigh. Allow the hips to settle. You can hang out here if this feels more stable to you, or you're welcome to take the arms to reach to the sky. Soften the breath, soften the shoulders. Notice where your effort's going here in this pose. Just notice. It's different for everybody, but take a moment just to notice. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to take the right hand down alongside of you. Plant the fingertips. And then send the left arm to reach over the left ear. So you're finding a nice deep stretch for that left psoas and that hip flexor. Keep allowing the hips to soften. Take one more breath in. And out. Inhale, rise all the way back up. We'll plant the hands alongside the right foot. Send the hips towards that back heel. Pick up the front toes. Little hamstring stretch. Pull the right hip back a bit. And then come back into that low lunge. Plant the hands, curl the back toes under, lift the knee. Coming into a little runner's lunge. Drop the hips, keep them nice and low. Snuggle the feet into the earth, get nice and strong in the low body. And then maybe, if you like, you can play with lifting the hands. Okay, try not to dump all of the weight onto that right thigh, like that upper body. Try not to let it rest too heavily there. Maybe you just play here, maybe not, it's all good. Take one more breath. And then we'll walk the hands over the left shoulder. All 10 toes turn with you. Feet come to parallel. We're coming into a wide fold. So take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, fold out over the legs here. Allow the head to be heavy. Try to keep the weight even from the ball of the foot to the heel. So the tendency is to sort of rock back and keep a lot of the weight into the heel. Maybe you take a little bit of weight into the ball of the foot here. Plant the hands. On your next inhale, come up halfway. And then start to bend into the left knee. Sink that left hip down. Okay? And then pick up the right toes. So you may decide to sort of just lower the hips halfway. If it's available, you can lower the hips all the way towards that left heel. Up to you, making your way into Skandasana. And we'll revisit this, so just ease your way there. And then inhale to lift the hips. Walk the hands back to frame the right foot. Pick up the back heel, plant the left hand. Right arm reaches for the sky for a twist here. Keep pressing that left thigh towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the palm. Step the right foot back to plank. Move through your version of a vinyasa or hang out here in plank, or maybe you just go to dog pose. Whatever suits you. Either way, we're following the breath to lower your way. Finding your version of a back bend, cobra or up dog. And then we all meet back in that downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and out. Slow it down, breath in and breath out. This time, left heel reaches up and back. Three-legged dog on this side. Toes face down, hips are level. Belly is strong. Keep the weight in the hands even as you start to reach that left leg up towards the sky. Stretch out the hip. And then you can bend the left knee, drawing the heel in towards the bum as you reach the knee towards the sky. Open it up a bit further. Shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale to square the hips. Reach that left heel back. Three-legged dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift forward. Knee comes into the nose. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to reach. Exhale, last crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, this time step between the palms. Lower the right knee down, uncurl the toes. Take a moment here. Allow the body to settle in. And then you can take the hands onto that left thigh. Broaden the collarbones, keep the chest nice and open. You're welcome to stay with this connection, or maybe you take the hands to reach for the sky. Again, noticing what's happening within the body here. Where can you soften? Take one more inhale. On your exhale, we'll take the left hand down alongside of you and send the right arm over the right ear. Find that nice deep stretch. Inhale to come back up. Plant the hands, exhale, send the hips back towards the right heel, pick up the left toes. Pull the left hip back just a little bit, and then fold out over that left leg. Inhale, bend into the left knee, plant the hands. Curl the right toes under and pick up the right knee. Pull the left hip back slightly. We're making our way into that runner's lunge, so press into that right heel. Get the legs nice and active. Activate the belly. Maybe you play with lifting the hands, or maybe not. That's okay too. Okay, take a breath in. On your breath out, walk the hands over the right shoulder this time, bringing the feet to parallel, coming into a wide fold on this side. Allow the head to hang, be heavy. If you want to take your hands into a different position, maybe to the outer edges of the feet, or maybe you clasp them behind the back to help open up the front body. Whatever bind you have, go ahead and release. Hands come to the earth. Take an inhale, lift halfway. And then an exhale, hips drop over towards the right. Right knee bends, left toes lift. Again, you can come into this little halfway position or lower the hips all the way down towards that right heel for Skandasana. And then on your inhale, lift the hips. Walk the hands to frame the foot. Pick up the back heel. Right hand plants, left arm to reach for the sky. As that right thigh presses up towards the sky as well. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hand. Step back to plank. However you'd like to move here. Maybe you come into some tricep taps, right? Or knee to nose. Or hang out in plank, or maybe you find a child's pose. So it's your practice. Do what feels best. And just move and breathe. Inhaling if you've taken that option to lift. And then exhaling. Finding that downward facing dog once again. Take a breath in. And out. Take the gaze between the palms. Lift the heels. Here we go. Make your way to the top of your mat. Step or hop. Take an inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take the palms together over the head, and as you exhale, draw them into your heart. Press the thumbs into the heart space. Take a moment in connection with yourself. But take also a moment in connection to all of those that are practicing with us right now. Even though we're not in person practicing together, we're still practicing, we're still finding that connection, albeit a little bit differently. And then when you're ready, soften, gaze, release the hands. And we'll come into that little balance sequence once again. So keep the right foot rooted. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Hug it in. Keep the right foot rooted. Take an inhale. Exhale, left hand draws the knee open. Right arm reaches wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. This time adding on, we're going to switch hands. Keep the knee at center, and we're going to peel the heart open over the left shoulder, reaching the fingertips towards the back wall. Coming into a twist. Take an inhale. Exhale, find your way back to center with control. Give the knee a squeeze, and then release it down. Other side, here we go. Root into the left foot. Right knee draws into the chest. Hug it in, flex the foot. Keep it active. And then the right hand draws it open, left arm reaches wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. And we'll switch hands. We'll add that twist on this side. So left hand stays planted, right arm extends towards that back wall, twisting over the right shoulder. Keep rooting into the left foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. One little squeeze. Release it down. Here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sit it back, chair pose. I'm gonna make friends with this chair pose today. Take an inhale. Exhale, hips reach back, fingertips reach forward, get low. Inhale. Exhale, release for a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, find your downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Take a moment to let the body settle in here. And then we'll inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw it in towards the nose. Inhale to reach it back. Exhale, bring it into the nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, step it between the palms. We're gonna stay with that back knee lifted. Find that runner's lunge. If you wanna play with lifting the hands, you're welcome to. We'll take a breath in here in runners. Exhale, we're gonna walk the hands over the left shoulder. Drop the left heel, drop the hips towards that heel, lift the right toes. We're coming right into Skandasana on this side. So a couple of options. You can keep the hands planted on the earth, or you can take the palms together at your heart. Yogi's choice. Take an inhale. Exhale, we'll all plant the left palm, send the right arm to reach for the sky. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. So we're gonna make our way into a warrior two. Two options for this. You can keep the hands planted as you bend into that right knee and rise for your warrior two, or you can tap into the strength of the legs, keeping the hands together at your heart, lifting the hips, bending into the right knee, arms reach wide, warrior two. However you'd like to get there, find that warrior two. Settle in here for a moment. Feel the feet root to the earth. Allow the hips to be level to one another. Belly is strong. Shoulders are soft. So where can you find that balance between that effort and that ease here? Right, even warriors, right? This is a really strong pose. But even warriors have to find some gentleness. They have to soften somewhere. So where can you do that? Maybe it's the face, maybe it's the shoulders. Take one more breath in. Exhale, take the right forearm down to the thigh, send the left arm to reach for the sky, side angle. Keep the hips low. The only thing that's moved is the upper body here. Keep drawing those low ribs in towards one another so the belly stays strong. Take an inhale. Exhale, left palm plants alongside the right foot. Pick up the back heel, send the right arm to reach for the sky, find your twist. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the palm to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe the foot towards the edge of your mat. And then you can lower the back knee and uncurl the toes, finding lizard pose. So you can keep the hands planted. If the body's a little more open, you can drop down onto elbows, or maybe onto blocks. Whatever works for you. We'll just be here for a couple of breaths. Take one more inhale. Exhale out. Curl the back toes under, lift the knees, send the right foot to step back to plank, and moving through your vinyasa, we inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise, open the chest, find your back bend. And then exhale, find your downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees down. Send the feet towards the right edge of the mat, and then we'll come onto our bum. Right foot comes around and plants either in front of the left shin, or if you can keep both hips rooted down, you can cross the right foot over the left knee, okay? Either way, we take an inhale, lift up through the crown of the head, hug that knee in with the left arm, and then exhale, send the right fingertips behind you, twist over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Take the right leg, swing it back. Find your way to all fours, and then we'll send the hips to the sky. Find that downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Other side, here we go. Inhale, left leg reaches up and down. Square the hips. Draw the belly button in. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift forward, knee comes to the nose. Inhale to press back. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to reach. Exhale, last crunch. Inhale, press back. Exhale, step between the palms. So again, coming into that warrior or that runner's lunge, so the back knee is lifted. Maybe playing with lifting the hands if you like. Take a breath in runners. And then exhale, hands walk over the right shoulder. As you drop the back heel, bend the right knee, lift the front toes. Find your Skandasana on this side. Again, option to keep the hands to the mat, or maybe you bring them together at your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the right palm. Reach the left arm towards the sky as you find a little twist. Breath in. Breath out to lower the hand. Again, two options here, right? You can rise all the way into that warrior, keeping the hands to the earth, or you can rise into it, keeping the palms together at your heart. So I'll let you choose how you'd like to get there. All right. When you're ready, rise up, lift the hips, bend into that left knee, send the arms to reach wide. Warrior two on this side. Take a moment to settle in. Strongly press the feet into the mat. Gather the belly in. Gather those two low ribs in towards one another. Soften through the shoulders. Find that balance between that effort and that softening. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forearm to the thigh. Right arm reaches for the sky. Low ribs draw in towards one another. Try not to dump all the way onto that left hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the palm, pick up the back heel. Left arm reaches for the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the palm to the inside of the left foot as you heel toe it towards the outer edge of your mat. Lower the right knee, uncurl the toes. Your version of lizard on this side. Allow the hips to soften towards the mat. If you'd like, you can drop down onto elbows. Maybe you have blocks or a book you can drop the elbows onto. One more breath in and out. Curl the back toes under. Pick up the right knee. Step the left foot back to plank pose. Again, option for a vinyasa, or you can skip it all together. All right, medicine dog pose either way. Find the breath. Move with it. Feel free to change those vinyasas up. Maybe they look different every time. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees down. All right, so this time we're gonna take the legs over to the opposite side of the mat that you did last time. Walk the hands towards you. Sitting down on your mat. So options, foot crosses either in front of the right shin or all the way across that right leg, as long as you can keep both hips rooted into the earth. Okay, if not, then just take that foot in front of you. You'll get a nice big stretch there as well. Hug the knee in with that right arm. Take an inhale, lengthen up to the spine, and then exhale. Send the fingertips behind you, twist over the left shoulder here. So really hug that knee in towards the chest. That'll give you a nice deep stretch for that outer left hip here. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, begin to unwind. Release that leg, start to make your way back to all fours. And then into your downward facing dog. Hips reach for the sky. Take a breath in here. And then exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one in here. Exhale. Gaze forward between the palms, soften the knees, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring the palms together over the head, and then exhale, draw them into your heart center. Thumbs press right into the heart space. Find the breath. Find your connection. Maybe smile a little, enjoy the practice. And we'll take our time and do one more little standing series. Okay? So release the hands when you're ready. Root both feet into the mat here. So really press them down. And then the weight switches onto that right foot. So root that right foot, hug the left knee into the chest. We're just adding on from what we did before. So drop the tailbone, keep the crown of the head reaching for the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left hand guides the knee open, right arm reaches wide. Root down into the heel, inhale. Exhale, bring it all back to center. Switch hands. Inhale, peel open over that left shoulder. Exhale, bring it back to center. And here's our little change. Take an inhale, squeeze it into the chest. Exhale, this time we're gonna cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Flex that foot, take an inhale. Exhale, palms together at your heart as you get those hips nice and low. Sink it down. There we go. Take an inhale, belly is drawn in towards the spine. And then exhale, sink a little deeper. Send those hips really far back. Reach the fingertips forward. Find that low chair. One more breath. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring the left knee to lift towards you. And then exhale, step the foot far back, coming into a high lunge. Beautiful, settle in here for a moment. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift that heart, open it up. Inhale, lengthen back towards the sky. Exhale, palms release to the foot. Inhale here. Exhale, hands walk over the left shoulder, coming into that Skandasana. Bend the left knee, pick up the right toes. Palms together at your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, left palm plants, right arm reaches for the sky. Open it up. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Again, option to keep the hands rooted as you inhale, rising into warrior two. Right knee bends. Open up the arms, extend it out. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm to the thigh. Or maybe you're a little bit more open now and you can go a little bit deeper, up to you. Maybe reaching the right fingertips towards your mat and taking that left arm towards the sky, or maybe over the head for extended side control. Keep the belly strong. Take one more breath in your side angle. Exhale, circle the left arm to plant down. Pick up the back heel, right arm reaches for the sky, drag and twist. Inhale. Exhale, plant the right palm. Step back to plank pose, option for a vinyasa, or just head straight to dog pose. Okay, yogi's choice here. Maybe you hang out in plank. Maybe you do some knee to noses. Okay. Whichever feels best, find it, and then we meet back in our dog pose. Take a breath in and out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Gaze between the palms, make your way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise all the weight. Palms come together. And then we exhale, bring them into your heart center. Last little sequence here, guys. Moving on to the next side. So here we go. Root into the feet, release the hands. Press the left foot into the mat, gather the right knee into the chest, hug it in. Inhale. Exhale, right hand guides the knee open, left arm reaches wide. Inhale. Exhale, bring it all back to center. Switch your hands. Inhale. Exhale, peel open over the right shoulder, find your twist. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Here's that little figure four addition. Inhale, squeeze the knee into the chest. Exhale, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Here we go, palms come together. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee, get the hips low. Find that standing pigeon. Beautiful. Corners of the mouth, turn up, enjoy it. Take a breath in. Breath out as you reach the hips back. Fingertips reach forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring the right knee to lift. And then exhale, step the right foot far back. Keep the back heel lifted. Find your high lunge. Settle in here. Take an inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Open up the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the palms. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, hands walk over the right shoulder, coming into Skandasana. Right knee bends, left toes lift. Take an inhale. Exhale, right palm plants, left arm reaches for the sky. Open it up. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Again, your decision how you'd like to get into that warrior two. Breath in. Breath out, bend into the left knee, arms reach wide, warrior two. Take an inhale. Exhale, side angle. So forearm down to the thigh, right arm for the side. Maybe you go a little deeper. Reach for the mat, take the right arm over the ear, find an extended side angle. Take one more breath in. Exhale, circle the arm to plant. Pick up the back heel, left arm reaches for the sky, twist it up. Take an inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Plant the palms, step it back to plank. Last chance for vinyasa if you want to take it. Otherwise, just head to child's pose. We'll all meet there as we breathe in and out. Breath in and out. If you're not already there, go ahead and lower the knees down to your mat. Maybe bring them nice and wide. Set the hips to the heels. Come in for a child's pose. So you can make this child's pose a little more active by lifting the elbows, or you can let it be a complete rest for you. Okay, so find that balance. You've done a lot of moving, so maybe this is a chance for your body to slow down, to find that ease at the end of your practice. Take a couple more breaths in that child's pose. With each inhale, fill the back body with breath. And then as you exhale, see if you can sink the hips towards the heels a little deeper. One more inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, we're going to start to make our way back onto our knees. Roll the toes under, lift the hips. Find a downward facing dog. And then take the feet as wide as your mat. And then walk the hands back towards the toes so you're in a bit of a wide forward fold. And then we're going to turn the toes to face out. I'm going to turn around so you can see me a bit. And then take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips towards the heels. Come right into a little yogi squat or malasana pose. Hands can come together at your heart. So again, this might be a really good place for you to add a block to your practice. It makes a really nice little stool here. That can of vegetables will work too, okay? You're welcome to press the elbows into the legs to help you open up the chest a bit more. Let the tailbone become heavy. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release the hands, bring them behind you, and just plop yourself right onto your bum. You may need to take a little booty scooch forward onto your mat. Keep the knees bent, draw the belly in, draw the shoulder blades down the back as you reach the arms towards the toes, and then we'll just lower nice and slow, all the way down onto our backs. The slower you go, the more core you get, so up to you. And then when you arrive, just take a moment, feel the support of the earth below you. Take a few breaths. And then we'll take the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to come wide. Coming into a reclined cobbler's pose. You're welcome to keep the hands on the belly, or maybe alongside the body, or maybe you take them over the head. Opening up the entire front body. Take one more inhale. And on your exhale, start to draw the knees back in towards one another. And then we'll gather both knees into the chest. Take the arms nice and wide, or maybe to cactus arms. And then just allow the knees to fall over to the right side of your mat. Maybe take that right hand on top of the thigh, and then gaze over the left shoulder if it's available. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring everything back to center. And then the knees fall over to the left side of your mat. Left hand can come to the thigh, maybe gaze over the right shoulder this time. Keep both shoulders connected to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring everything back to center. Give the knees a hug. If you'd like to take a moment and rock from side to side, massaging out the back body, please do so. And then hug the knees into the chest. Press the low back down into the earth as you draw the forehead up towards the knees, curling yourself in a nice tight little ball. Take a full breath in here. And then as you sigh it out through the mouth, release everything. Extend the legs, release the arms. Let it all go. You need to take a moment to get the wiggles out, maybe releasing the head from side to side. And then just allow the body to become completely heavy. There's no effort here. There's only rest. And so I invite you to stay in that final rest for as long as you need. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me, yogis. Hope to see you again. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you have any requests, please by all means let me know. Have a joyful rest of your day. Namaste.